We all get wake-up calls. We get wake-up calls in our relationship. We get wake-up in our finances. And they're getting wake-up calls on a bunch of things.
Everyone loves success stories. We admire the billionaires, the athletes, the entrepreneurs who started with nothing and built empires. But here's the part nobody likes to talk about. Success isn't glamorous when you're in it. It's messy, it's lonely, it's frustrating. And the truth? Most people will never chase it long enough to find out what it really takes. Chatkor is the highlight reel versus the reality. When we scroll through Instagram or watch interviews, success looks like a highlight reel. The mansion, the private jet, the glowing confidence. What we don't see are the 4 a.m. mornings when no one claps. The late nights staring at a laptop until your eyes burn.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make.
The failures stacked so high, you wonder if you've got the strength to stand again. Here's the truth. Success doesn't feel like success until years later. In the beginning, it feels like doubt. It feels like sacrifice. And if you don't learn to live with that, you'll quit before the payoff ever comes. Yush. The cost. That no one admits. People sell the idea of balance, but the reality is harsher. Every success story you admire came at a cost. Time with family, friendships that faded, comfort that had to be sacrificed. Think about the entrepreneurs who slept in their cars, the athletes who trained through injuries, the artists who starved before they sold a painting.
Happened my 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write.
The hidden cost of success is that you give up the life most people are living for the chance at a life most people can't imagine. But that's why success is rare. Most people aren't willing to pay the price. Shocker, habits. Over-motivation. Motivation feels good, but it's unreliable. It's like caffeine. You get a rush and then you crash. The truth about success is that it depends on habits, not hype.
Where we spend our time is what we value most. Also, and admit that you are afraid. You are afraid to fulfill destiny. You are afraid to manifest. You are afraid to evolve.
Waking up early isn't about being a morning person. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. Reading books isn't about being smart. It's about feeding your mind daily so it doesn't go empty. Exercise, journaling, networking, they're all habits that build momentum quietly. Motivation screams, habits whisper.
Afraid of focusing. I am not afraid. I don't care what I'll look like. I'll look crazy if I fulfill my destiny. Late nights, early mornings, sometimes friends, no family. I don't know what your
But habits, not motivation, are what carry you when the excitement fades. Mostors, the loneliness of the grind. Here's something no one tells you. Chasing success is lonely. Your friends won't always understand why you can't come to every party. Your family may question why you're working so hard for something that isn't paying off yet. There are nights when you'll be the only one awake, pushing through, while the world sleeps. And in those moments, doubt becomes your loudest enemy. But the loneliness also sharpens you.
And angry and bitter is because you're functioning on an old software internally. It's what's gonna get you in the door. Sacrifice is what's gonna have you seated at the table.
It forces you to depend on yourself, to find peace in your own company, and to keep going even when applause is absent. That's the real training ground of success. Choppers, the role of failure. Failure isn't just part of the journey, it is the journey. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than most people have even tried.
That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college.
Thomas Edison tested thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a phenomenon. Michael Jordan missed more game-winning shots than he made, yet he's remembered for the ones that went in. The truth? Failure is the tuition fee for success. You pay in embarrassment, in rejection, in self-doubt. And the people who make it are simply the ones willing to keep paying until it works. Nashia. Why discipline beats talent.
In second for 18 hours a day, you're gonna have a tough time making me feel bad that it's not happening for you because
it's now or never time.
What would have had to have happened in a week?
We admire talent, but talent is overrated. Success isn't about being the smartest or the strongest. It's about being disciplined when others give up. Discipline means showing up when you're tired. It means saying no when distractions call your name. It means repeating boring, consistent actions daily until they compound into something powerful. Talent opens the door, but discipline is what keeps you inside the room.
You only get 24 hours in a day. And between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely.
Joppers, the power of small wins. We often imagine success as one big breakthrough. But in reality, it's a series of small wins stacked on top of each other. Writing 1 page a day becomes a book. Saving a little every month becomes wealth. One workout becomes a healthier body. Success is rarely about giant leaps. It's about baby steps that look insignificant in the moment, but transform everything over time.
You are afraid to change. You are afraid to move, break through. I need you to tell you, I am not afraid. I am not afraid of pursuing my objectives.
The problem? Most people get bored with small wins. They want fireworks, not candles. But success is built on candles. For sacrifice, the silent ingredient. Behind every story of achievement lies sacrifice. While some people binge Netflix, someone else is reading. While some sleep in, someone else is running. While some spend money on nights out, someone else is investing. Sacrifice is the exchange rate for success. You can't have both, comfort and growth. One has to go.
The only time we can transform, and
don't miss the opportunity of this moment, because the days are going to be long, but the months.
You have an opportunity.
And here's the uncomfortable part. You don't always know which sacrifices will pay off. You might spend years chasing something uncertain. But that's where faith comes in. The belief that your effort will eventually matter. Or the boring middle. Everyone loves the start, when motivation is high. Everyone loves the finish line, when the reward is visible. But the middle? The long, boring, uncertain middle is where most people quit. The truth is, success feels boring before it feels exciting. It feels like repetition. It feels like no one notices. It feels like you're stuck in neutral. But if you can endure the boring middle,
I get 24 hours and I blew up literally. I went from a high school dropout to 6,000 books in less than 6 months.
You'll get to the exciting end. Chapter, success is personal. Here's another truth. Success looks different for everyone. For some, it's millions in the bank. For others, it's freedom from debt. For some, it's building a company. For others, it's raising a family. The mistake people make is chasing someone else's version of success.
Okay, maybe stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes the snooze button, don't do it.
They follow trends, copy routines, or mimic lifestyles that don't even match their own values. Real success is personal. It's about designing a life that matters to you, not proving something to strangers. The myth of overnight success. We love overnight success stories, but they're myths. What looks overnight is really years of hidden effort. The startup that suddenly went viral? Years of failure and pivots came before.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you...
The artist who suddenly blew up? Decades of practice went unnoticed. Overnight success is just long-term success finally getting noticed. Why most people quit? So, why do most people quit before success? Because the truth is ugly, and nobody likes to admit it. Success isn't just about talent, luck, or even motivation. It's about endurance.
You just may have to give everything you have.
if you're gonna come to me and tell me you don't have time in a world where I work every...
It takes longer than you think. It hurts more than you expect, and it demands sacrifices you never thought you'd have to make. People usually imagine the path to success like a straight highway, clear, smooth, predictable. In reality, it's more like a broken trail in the middle of nowhere, full of roadblocks, detours, and nights where you want to throw in the towel. And here's the thing. Most people aren't lazy. They're not even unmotivated.
Down your 24-hour schedule for me. You let me get it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
The reason why you're so frustrated.
They're just completely unprepared for how relentless the process feels. When setbacks hit, most people think something is wrong, like they're failing. But the truth is, the pain and the difficulty are the process. That heavy resistance you feel? That's proof you're moving in the right direction. If you're struggling,
You gotta sacrifice. When you wanna sleep, you have to wake up. When you wanna watch that movie, if you want the future, you gotta sacrifice your time.
you're not failing. You're actually right where you're supposed to be. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. One group keeps walking through the storm and the other turns back, convinced it's not worth it. The quiet rewards. For all the pain and struggle, there's a reward waiting, but it's not flashy or instant. It's quiet, it's subtle, and it's powerful. Success gives you something no one else can hand you: freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms. Freedom to stop begging for permission. Freedom to know that you're not stuck. You're capable of building something with your own two hands.
Second for 18 hours a day, you're gonna have a tough time making me feel bad that it's not happening for you because
It's now or never time.
What would have had to have happened in a week?
It also gives you confidence, the kind you can't buy with money or fake on Instagram. It's the confidence of knowing you didn't just talk. You endured, you worked, you fought, and you made it through when most people tapped out. And that feeling, that's priceless. Because once you know you can survive the struggle, the world stops looking so intimidating. Suddenly, every challenge looks like something you can outlast, because you've already proven you can do it once. The truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth about success that no one wants to talk about is this. It's not glamorous when you're chasing it. It's lonely. It's exhausting.
We all get wake-up calls. We get wake-up calls in our relationship. We get wake-up in our finances. And they're getting wake-up calls on a bunch of things.
It's full of silent failures nobody claps for, late nights nobody sees, and moments where you wonder if you're even on the right track. But if you can sit with that discomfort, if you can keep showing up when everything in you screams to quit, you'll earn something most people never will: the right to say, "I made it." That's why highlight reels on social media are so misleading. You see the vacations, the cars, the awards, but you don't see the years of grind, the heartbreak, the sacrifices, the self-doubt. Success isn't a magic trick. It's not luck.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you...
It's discipline. It's sacrifice. It's failure stacked on failure, persistence stacked on persistence, day after day until one day it finally clicks. Your turn. So the next time you admire someone else's shine, remember, you're not seeing the struggle, only the result. Don't mistake their ending for your beginning. And if you're in the middle of the hard part right now, don't give up. That's the stage where most people quit. And if you can outlast it, you're already ahead. If this spoke to you, stick around. Subscribe. Share this with someone who needs it. And let's keep breaking down the raw, unfiltered truths about success. Because your story, it might just be the next one worth telling.